It's just a beautiful venue, really intimate, excellent beer and excellent food, and really incredible music.
I absolutely love their quirky and intimate vibe. Musicians love the place, and so the audience love it as well.
So we're in the music with
everyone thinks we're a couple. I don't know why. You know,
we've been best friends since school, so we'd always talk about how amazing it would be to have a venue, the kind of venue that we'd like to hang out.
Yeah.
The kind of place where we'd like to go to listen to music.
Well, it reminds me a bit of playing at the Bluebird in Nashville. There's not much separation between the audience and the person who's singing, which is a really cool thing for the performer as well as the audience, I think. And it sounds really good too.
We have a bit of a philosophy here that I've tried to create. My favourite moments of Green Note are when you forget there's anything between you and the musicians. And when you kind of break down that barrier between the performer and the audience, something really magical can happen in the room, and that's where we get our atmosphere from. It's a real pleasure to see a lot of the musicians come through here go on to bigger and better things. Sometimes they get a little bit too big to come back to our little tiny room that we love so much, but quite often they come back anyway and just don't tell that many people about it. It's a great feeling to feel like you've been a part of that journey to that kind of success.
There are plenty of things about the Green Note that make it exceptionally special as a venue, and not least the two women, Amy and Risa, that run it. Everything that they do seems to be done very gracefully and very effortlessly. You know, all the way from DIY to the big decisions, they're doing it all themselves.
We wanted to create a scene, bring a community to us, and there is a scene out there. I think we've tapped into it, but also created it as well.
this is not a business you do for the business side of it.
You've got to do it for the love of it.
For the love of it.
You just feel amazing vibrations. You just feel great when you're here. It's actually very, very rare, I find, in London to be at a place with so much heart.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's 8 p.m. It's Wednesday. It's virtually Green Note. We hope you're well. My name is Nick Harrison. I'm one of the audio engineers here at the Green Note, and it's my great pleasure to be in the hot seat once again, hosting an evening of absolutely fantastic music making. It's very, very warm in London. I'm sorry, but I've got a couple of very large industrial fans sitting behind me, trying to keep me and all my gear cool. So if you do hear this sort of strange whirring noise in the background as I'm chatting, it's not you hearing, it's me. Excellent. Right, so as I said, we have some fantastic singer-songwriters for you this evening. An all-American show, as sometimes they are. We have two artists from Nashville, one coming from Santa Fe in New Mexico. So without any further ado, let's get them introduced and let's get them playing some tunes. So our first artist is in Nashville this afternoon, certainly this afternoon over there. He's been in the process of releasing a new album in little sort of 2-track chunks. It's called Me and the Fool I've Been, sounding absolutely wonderful from what I've heard this afternoon listening to it. Please welcome Robby Hecht.
Hello.
Hey Robby, how you doing?
I'm great.
Great to have you with us.
What's that?
I'm all right. I'm sorry, say that again, mate.
I don't think anything.
Sorry, mate. I think I talked over you. Can hear? We might have a little bit of lag there going on. It's the gods of the internet haven't been playing well with me this week, so so apologies if I jump in over you there. Our second artist is also from Nashville. Her current album, last album, Undesirable, got absolutely amazing reviews all over the place from Rolling Stone, Billboard. An absolutely fantastic record. Please welcome Becky Warren. Good afternoon, Becky. How you doing?
Hi, good to see you guys.
Good to have you with us, and the dogs as well.
Yeah, they're excited to be here.
They look at he's looking at you, or maybe a lady dog, looking at you absolutely raptured.
Yes, he adores me. That's why I keep him around. He's good for my self-esteem.
Beautiful. Finally, from Santa Fe in New Mexico, Green Note patrons may well know him through another band that he's in, Sons of Old Town Hall, which have done absolutely stonking gigs. I haven't been to one, but the reports about how good they are, everybody always talks about it. But he's got a new solo record out called Oh Quiet World, which has got released this year. I'm not too sure when. We'll ask him about that a bit later in the show. Please welcome David Berkeley. Afternoon, David.
Good evening, Nick. How are you? Hi,
I'm
Becky.
good, man.
Hi, Robby.
Hi.
Nice to see everyone.
Good to see you too. So, for those of you who haven't been with us before, the Virtually Green Note takes the form of a writer's round. So, pardon me, a little frog there. For those of you who haven't encountered that, it's very, very simple. Each of our artists is going to sing a song in turn. We'll go around a couple of times. We'll have a little intermission. We'll go around a couple of times again, and we'll wind up the show by just having a little chat with everybody, and they'll sort of tell us what they've been up to and what they're about to be doing. So, without further ado, let me pass over to our first artist this evening, who is Robby. So, Robby, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm just going to start out with a song. Last night I saw you in the stars. Last night I saw you in the stars. Last night I saw you in the stars. Sunrise, work makes it okay sometimes. Work makes it okay sometimes. Work makes it okay. What am I supposed to do in the dark? What am I supposed to do in the dark? Headlights take my breath away sometimes. They take my breath away sometimes. Take my breath away. One time, come down to me one more time. Even if it's in my mind, come down to me. What am I supposed to do in the dark? What am I supposed to do in the dark? supposed to do in the dark? What am I supposed to do in the dark? What am I supposed to do in the dark? Last night I saw you in the stars. Last night I saw you in the stars. Last night I saw you in the stars.
Thank you so much, crowd.
Gorgeous. Is that the one that David usually sings on?
Yeah, so when I toured over there with David, he would sing on that every night, and despite
I didn't miss a note, Robby, just now.
Okay, good. I was hoping you were in there doing your thing.
I wish there were no such thing as internet lag, so we could have enjoyed that.
Yeah, but at least there's internet.
Oh, that's true. It's better than no internet.
I was thinking it would be cool to have, like, since we all know each other's songs so well, instead of the mic being on the one who's singing, the mic could be on one of the rest of us, and then you could hear the natural sound coming through from the performer and the harmony part. You know?
That's true.
Wow. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Or like, you mean I would be coming through your speaker?
Yes, so they would have been hearing my room at the time, so they could have heard you and my harmony. You know?
That's how I've been
There's
doing voice
gotta be a market for that. There's a market for that somewhere.
That's how you do voice memos with co-writes. If you have to sing over the top, is the person not doing the performing records it and sings the harmony on your end.
There it is.
The future is now.
You're such a professional, Robby.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, that was beautiful.
That was gorgeous.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. I guess I'm up next. Here goes nothing. Well, I used to have a heart, but I had to cut it loose. Now there's nothing in my chest but a mess of bad news. A 7 high poker hand, a pine shop, wedding band, a coffee mug, a bottom shelf booze. If you wanna drown your heart in gasoline and make believe, if you think a good lost cause is exactly what you need, if you got a taste for poison with your wine, well then yeah, I guess you can call me sometime. I went to preachers and healers till I wore myself down. I tried pills, I read books, but nothing ever worked out. It ain't a decision, it's a terminal condition. I'll never feel what they write those songs about. If you wanna drown your heart in gasoline and make believe, if you think a good lost cause is exactly what you need, if you got a taste for poison with your wine, well then yeah, I guess you can call me sometime. Well, you got eyes to make the devil wanna roll away the stone, but my advice is you ought to leave well enough alone. But if you wanna drown your heart in gasoline, make believe, if you think a good lost cause is exactly what you need, if you got a taste for poison with your wine, well then yeah, I guess you can call me sometime.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Oh, we
That's
forgot
okay.
to clap. That's good.
These guys
Important.
heard bits of that repeatedly in sound checks, so I'm grateful that you're willing to hear it again. Even that was like worth more than applause to me.
We've all been in rounds together, you know, and it's like being in this isolation. It really hammers home for me how sad this situation is, because it would be so nice to actually be on the Green Note stage all together, you know.
Oh, it would be magical. This is like cinema
Alas.
magic.
Yeah. I haven't even seen Robby, and we live in the same town. I haven't seen you in months, and probably since like January.
I know, I've seen like 8 people.
Yeah. It's very
So
weird
weird.
and sad. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, gotten a lot of personal work done.
That's right. The always important personal work.
Self-care.
It shows, Robbie.
Isn't it great how
I didn't want to say anything, but
yeah, everybody was like so into self-care and like, you know, and then this. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, well, how into self-care are you? We're being tested.
Yeah, 3 months deep, 4 months deep.
Yeah.
See who's still up with their regime.
Yeah.
Cool. Hi, everyone. I'm gonna keep on this theme of isolation, and play a song about someone who's kind of having a hard time being alone. I'm on a cardboard boat, and the water is high. Cause when you're on your own, feels like there's nowhere to hide. I'm on a cardboard boat tonight. Been looking back again. Feels like I lost everything. I know I'm older now. Feels like the tide's rushing in. Been looking back again tonight. So please leave the light on, so I can find my way back to you. Leave the light on. For me. It's like a carnival. After the weather has changed, even the carousel don't wanna turn in this rain. It's like a carnival tonight. So please leave the light on, so I can find my way back to you. Leave the light on. For me. Or let a ladder down, so I can Are you still listening? 'Cause I'm still talking to you. 'Cause with the curtains drawn, tell me what else should I do? I'm on a cardboard boat tonight.
I love that one.
Thank you.
And that one has an accompanying book, right?
That does. It does.
One of several of your...
It does. Yeah. I mean, I can tell more about it, but I'm kind of interested in hearing Robby's next song. So.
I gave you that perfect marketing segue, and you just shoved it back at me. That's
I
fun.
appreciate the product placement. Yeah. That's called Cardboard Boat, and it pairs with a book called The Free Brontosaurus if you're interested in reading a story behind that song. Thank you, Becky.
Great description. That was a great description. I'm going to do... This is the lead single off of my 5 pairs of songs that I released. This is Becky's favorite of my songs, I think. And it's called Sugar.
I found sugar on my morning train. I found sugar on my morning train. She give me that look, make a man insane. I found sugar on my morning train. 6 in the morning, 5 days a week. 4 blocks of walking down to number 3. 2 stops later, she's climbing on board. First time I saw her, said, good Lord, I found sugar on my morning train. I found sugar on my morning train. She give me that look, like a man insane. I found sugar on my morning train. Backstage, Betty coming on too fast. Bougie little bunny, she can kiss my ass. High class woman won't even look up. They ain't putting nothing in my coffee cup. And I found sugar on my morning train. I found sugar on my morning train. She give me that look, like a man insane. I found sugar on my morning train. 25 minutes out of every day, buy my ticket and go the same way. Well, maybe tomorrow I can miss my stop, find out where she gets off. I found sugar on my morning train. I found sugar on my morning train. She give me that look, make a man insane. I found sugar on my morning train. She give me that look, make a man insane. I found sugar on my morning train. I found sugar on my morning train.
Thank you.
That is my favorite Robby Hecht
Yay.
song, I think.
I
think it might be. I mean, you've had a lot of new songs since I picked that one, so it's hard to.
That's true. At my
stay
40th
committed to
birthday
it, but-
party, Caroline Spence, who I was on tour with, apparently secretly asked me what my ideal 40th birthday party would be, and I said it would be if I was like, I don't know, I guess if all my friends learned one of my songs and all played them for me. So she threw a surprise party for my 40th birthday, and Becky was there, and she sang that song. It was a lovely mom.
It was very exciting for me because I thought everyone was gonna want that one. And instead, you have so many killer songs that I don't think anybody had to fight over any of them. We all got exactly the song we wanted. It was great.
I don't have that many friends, so.
What? There were like 100 people there, you guys. This was a party that would be illegal in current circumstances for sure. Yeah, I do love that song.
Yeah, these days for sure.
Yeah. I'm up next, and I'm gonna do one from my most recent album. So to make this album, my I like to do concept albums. And in my most recent album, I went around Nashville where I live and interviewed people that sell our local street paper. So street papers are sold by vendors who are either homeless or formerly homeless. I think in London, your street paper is the big issue. You may have a couple of them, but that's the one I'm familiar with. Our street paper here in Nashville is called The Contributor. So I just walked around to where people were selling The Contributor, and I asked if I could hang with them for a while they sold the paper, and almost everybody said yes. And this is a song I wrote about a man named Albert. We actually shared the same last name. His name was Albert Warren. And his wife had died a few years before. In fact, together, when they were both selling the paper, they made enough money that they had found their way into some housing. But since she had died, he'd been living out on the street again. And I don't have experience living on the street, fortunately for me, but I do have experience with loss. I lost my dad when I was pretty young, so we talked, me and Albert talked about what it was like to lose someone, and then I wrote this song for him. I killed time today down along Dabbs Avenue. Stood there with my skeleton, drowning in memories of you. Well, if time is just a dancer twirling farther and farther away, then today I was a dancer too. I caught my reflection down along Dabbs Avenue. There was dust on all of my edges and cobwebs on my shoes, where the sidewalk wore a shadow that might have been your dress. But I guess I've been a shadow too. Oh, I made peace with this life of mine, where you never cross my mind. You just hang there all the time. Thought I saw you on a bench down along Dabbs Avenue, with a halo of leaves around your ankle and a new switchblade tattoo. Well, if you're off to heaven or the Oblivion Motel, this place is hell without you. Oh, I made peace with this life of mine, where you never cross my mind. You just hang there all the time. Oh, all along Dabbs Avenue, all the crows appear on cue, and wasting away is easy to do. Thanks, y'all.
That's a heavy one.
Yeah, I made
Becky,
my
was
dog
it
bark.
was it easier to do this one than War Surplus?
Yeah, so that was my first concept album, which was loosely based on my own personal history. They were both hard. I guess War Surplus tells a story from start to end, so I had to think about the sequencing of the songs as I wrote it. And for Undesirable, that didn't matter. I could write them, and since they were each self-contained stories, I could go back and sequence them later. So that was actually easier. There were places in War Surplus where I wrote myself kind of into a corner because I knew that the song that was missing had to be a certain feel because it couldn't feel like the songs before or after it. So
This was probably a little easier.
Concept albums.
Concept albums.
Should I do a concept album? You guys have concept albums.
I think everyone should do a concept album. I don't know. What do you think, David?
I mean, listen, once I created a concept project and haven't looked back, so yes, I think you should definitely at least do a concept album.
Right? We need more concepts.
Yeah, I need a backstory.
Absolutely. Okay. So I have a brand new album. Becky actually saved my butt and made some graphics for me at the very last minute, which I appreciate so much. But the record is called Oh Quiet World. It came out a week ago. And the record was written right after my family escaped Madrid, where we were living for the year. And we were holed up in a house that some friends gave us in Newport, Rhode Island. And I wrote a set of songs up in the attic there and have just put it out. And I'm going to play one that I have yet to play in any of my online shows because my friend Natalie thinks that it was written about her, and I promised that I wouldn't tell her otherwise. So maybe you could put your hands over your ears, Natalie, when I tell you that, the song is about how it sort of picks up on the theme of my last one, but about how hard it is this time, particularly if you're alone and if you're trying to figure out how to maintain yourself during this time. I wrote it just thinking about a lot of people that I know who are struggling through this. And one of the lessons of this song, which I think is a hard one to hold on to right now, that I'm struggling with, even though I'm surrounded by my family, surrounded too much by my family, in fact, is that we have to try not to be so hard on ourselves. And that goes outward too, like not to judge other people and how they're dealing with this, but also ourselves. Like we're all dealing with so much. And so that's the message of this. This is called The Tightrope. Walking on a tightrope, and sometimes the winds blow hard. Worrying a wrong step could make you fall so far. Just trying to keep your head straight, trying to hold back fear. Like if you're all alone there, you might just disappear. And but don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard. And what do you lean on when everything that you knew starts to recede now, starts to just fade from view? And who do you heed now when everything has to wait? And maybe don't believe now, 'cause maybe you lost your faith. And but don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard. I know you're scared that you might fall. We're only human after all, and everyone now we feel so small. If only we had a cannonball to fire. You're walking on a tightrope. Well, baby, I'm walking too. Try to be brave now. There's nothing more we can do. And maybe come down now. You know that I'm just like you. And we can be stronger, believing all that's still true. And but don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard. Don't
Don't be so hard on yourself. Ah, don't be so hard.
Yay.
Thanks.
It's a sweet guitar.
Yeah.
When did we say we were going to do the cover songs? Did we make a call on that?
Next round. I think we have an intermission
After
right
this
now.
one?
You do.
Oh, so
I think we did
Oh,
too.
cool.
Beautiful. Thank you, guys. It's absolutely just top-notch songwriting. Very, very highest order. Absolutely beautiful. As Robby alluded to, and as I said at the top of the show, we have a little intermission after the second round. So just to give everybody a little moment to grab a drink and do whatever, feed the dogs. So we shall, for a short moment, say goodbye to Robby, Becky and David. And for those of you who are regulars to our show, you know what happens next. We introduce the owners, founders of Green Note, people that book most of the acts in the real venue and book all of the artists on virtually Green Note. Please welcome Imi and Risa. Good evening, guys.
Hi. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, Amy.
How you doing?
Hey, everyone.
Oh, it's a great show.
How you doing? Okay.
It is.
Yeah, very hot.
It is hot, and I've just closed all the windows because it's so noisy outside. So.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful day. I'm not going to complain. I love the heat.
I know, me too.
But yeah, loving the show as well. These three
Me
are
too.
awesome. And
I know. It's like, well, Robby we already knew, but David, it's great to see in a new. Like we've only seen him in character before, so it's really, it's cool
It's
to see
true.
his own stuff. And
well, we're big fans of Son of Town Hall,
exactly,
of course. But
really
yeah,
lovely
this
to
is
hear. And yeah,
new
Becky,
to
what an
us.
amazing new discovery. Really beautiful.
Indeed. Really love. I've heard a lot about Becky, but she's never played Green Note, so that has to be She has to. That has to be rectified.
Exactly.
Once this is all over. Once we come out the other end of this madness.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, beautiful show. So for those of you who don't know, we're here twice a week, every Wednesday and Friday night, 8 p.m. UK time. We're streaming live at that time. We are on all the social media, so if you're not already following us, please do. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. I think that's all of them. Twitter. I think, is that all the social medias? There's so many, I can never remember them all. Our handle on all of them is Green Note Music, except for on Twitter it's Green Note, so you can follow us and find us on all of those different channels. And please do follow us if you're not already. The shows are kept live for a week afterwards, so if you're not able to watch live, we do recommend watching live because you get to chat in the comments and know that this is happening live and stuff. But if you're not able to, or if you want to watch again or spread the word to music loving friends, the shows are available for a week afterwards on our YouTube channel. Sorry. So do spread the word because that's what's keeping these shows going, and it's all of you guys watching it, so carry on doing that, please. We also have a mailing list. If you're not on that, please join it. It's on our website, greennote.co.uk. You can find out how to join it there. We only send out two emails a month, so we don't spam you, but it's definitely worth finding out everything that's going on in our virtual Green Note and in our quiet little empty Green Note that is sitting empty in Camden right now, which we hope will reopen at some point soon, but it's been empty since March.
So we'll let everyone know about reopening plans as well. Through our mailing list.
Exactly. But on that note, we also have a crowdfunder, which if you haven't supported us yet and you're able to, we really, really would appreciate any help you're able to give. We're currently doing this funding application that I could see Emi's face. She's like wondering if I'm going to mention it because it's like all that's happening in our world right now. I've got
An Arts Council funding application, and it's Yeah, a nightmare, very daunting.
A nightmare is an understatement, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, yeah, it's not easy for anyone who's done anything like this. You'll know they're very daunting, difficult, confusing application forms, but we do need
But-
some funding if we're
yeah.
going to reopen.
And
so-
all of your support through the crowdfunder is also really helping our application to show how
Mhm.
much support we have. So even if it's just, even if you can just donate £1, it really just, even it adds to the numbers just to show how much support we have. So anything you can do is amazing, and we really, really do appreciate it. So
we need
thank
to
you,
argue
and-
how important Green Note is for
Exactly,
the
so-
live music community, for the cultural kind of community and live music landscape of London, essentially.
And all they really want to
well,
see
London
is
and the
numbers.
UK.
So.
Yeah. So if we can say we've got this many people supporting us and getting behind us, that will really help our case. So it's just another way of supporting us. The donations are great, and it's just also having a lot of people kind of put their name to supporting us.
Exactly. So thank you so much. We're overwhelmed with the support we've already had. It's
Already got
incredible.
over 450 people who've
Yeah,
donated.
453, I think, last time. And
Yes.
we're at 86% of our target, which is just mind-blowing. We never thought we'd get... I mean, it's just incredible how much support we've had. So thank you so, so much to all of you who have donated. And if you haven't and are able to, please do. And we really, really do appreciate it. So thank you. Yeah, I think that's it from me. Emmy's got
some little updates. We've got just a few of the artists coming up on, as Risa said, virtually Green Note happens twice a week, Wednesday and Fridays at 8 p.m. British summertime. So I know we've got a lot of viewers all over the world, so watching at different times of day. But coming up, we have Amethyst Kia, Diana Jones, Beth Nielsen Chapman, Robert Vincent, Leslie Satcher, Chris Smither, Peter Mulvey, Suitcase Junket, and lots more, which we will soon be announcing because we haven't updated the website in a while.
Once we get this application in, we will update
Yes,
September's shows. But just know that if you tune in twice a week, every week, you will definitely discover amazing new artists or artists that you might not have known, or that you might know them. But if you don't know, if you haven't known them before, just know that they will be amazing and that you are in for a treat. So.
And every show has been really incredible in its own way. Sometimes
really
like
different,
tonight,
and
the artists know each other, and they already have they have a relationship and a rapport. Sometimes it's been people who've met for the first time virtually, and it's also worked out really well.
But every show is just really beautiful in its own way, I have to say.
Been doing them for a few months now, so it's we really love them. We were so resistant to this at first, weren't we? The online shows, but there's a beauty to it as well.
Yeah.
Overcoming geographical boundaries, and Anyway, just the final announcement, which is very important, which is how we keep these shows running, how we keep them going. And we don't sell tickets for them, but we do rely on all of you, if you can and if you're able to, making a donation for every show you watch. And the recommended donation is £10 per show. But whatever you can manage is completely welcome. That's just a guideline. But yes, anything is welcome, any contribution. And just so you know how the money is divided, it gets divided 4 ways. So between the 3 artists who are playing tonight, and the last portion goes towards Green Note, to our running costs for these shows, to cover our running costs for the shows. So that's where your donations are going. You can donate via PayPal. The links are on Facebook, YouTube, and they've just been posted in the comments. So, and if you don't have PayPal, just drop us an email and we'll find another way for you to contribute. But we really, really appreciate your contributions, and we will continue with these shows as long as we're closed and as long as we're able to, and as long as people are out there watching, enjoying them and donating. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brilliant, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
I really want to get back to the artist now.
Yeah. So fantastic. So thanks, guys. We'll say goodbye to Imi and Risa for a little bit. And we shall, if we introduce the artists again. So I can just see, Robby, if you can hear me, if you can just unmute yourself, and because otherwise we're going to get a great shot of Robby's torso there. Very fine. Excellent. Right, everybody's in position. So let's welcome back Robby, Becky, and David.
My torso. Okay, what did we
Yeah,
cover
it was.
now?
It was a good.
Internet needs
whenever
more
you
Robby
want.
torsos.
Hey Robby, before you start though, can I just echo really quick how much Riza and Imi, how amazing they are, and you know, we've all played a lot of venues over the years and in various cities, and it's really rare to have the love and attention that Riza and Imi give their artists, not only through the whole booking process, but then so supportive, and it's just an incredible operation that they're running. And so when you think about what that split does 4 ways and how little actually ends up going to the green note, I urge you, I know there's a lot of causes to contribute to right now, but I urge you to give as generously as possible to them, because when we come out of this, the green note, we really want the green note to still be alive. So please give and give as generously as you can.
Agreed.
Agreed.
We were all just texting about how much we love you guys.
On to you,
And
Robby.
we were texting each other while we were during intermission. Full of love.
All right. I part of me wanted to show you my Caroline Spence shirt that I'm wearing when I was up there with my torso. But we're gonna do some cover songs, and this is a Caroline Spence cover, who is the person I played the green note with a couple of years ago. It's the title track off her most recent record. It's called Mint Condition.
My favorite things are tired and worn. A dog-eared book with the cover torn. When I see you, it's like the very first day. There are some things you don't want to fade. Still in mint condition, like when we were 2 kids, hoping and wishing that this life that we see ain't no apparition. So we keep our love in mint condition. Well, you can hide love away in a trunk or a box. Throw out the keys once you lock all the locks. But some things will last, and some things they won't. Oh, but nothing about you ever gets old. You're still in mint condition, like when we were 2 kids, just hoping and this life that we see ain't no apparition. So we keep our love in mint condition. Our bodies, they age, wrinkle and tired. That feeling of comfort overtakes desire. And I might have to learn to live here alone, but I'll love you through ash or through stone. Still in mint condition, like when we were 2 kids, just hoping and wishing that this life that we see ain't no apparition. us two kids, hoping and wishing that we keep our love in mint condition.
Caroline Spence.
I love that song, and that was a great rendition of it.
Thanks. It's a masterpiece.
I love the stuff you've done with Caroline too.
Thanks.
Yeah, if you guys aren't hip to that album, Robby has an album with Caroline that's just spectacular.
It's called Two People. It was very inventive. We actually, our first single we ever released together, Caroline and I, was called Two People. And our album Two People, the only song not on it is the song Two People. And we thought that was hilarious, but it's very confusing to certain people trying to promote us. So
I think it's clever.
Thanks.
It also leaves you room, so if you guys ever decide to do like a sitcom together, you could also call that Two People, but you could use the song Two People as the theme song.
Wow.
Just an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Taking
cover
care
of the album
everybody's
has two
marketing
plants
ideas.
on it. Yeah. We put two plants on the cover of the album because we also thought that was really funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, folk music humor.
Yeah. At its best.
Well, cover round, and I'm going to cheat a little bit and cover a band I used to be in. And this is a song I did with them. The band was called The Great Unknowns, and we were in Boston. And actually, for a while, we got sued by a guy who worked for a big tobacco company here in the U.S. And for a while, we had to call ourselves The Great Unknowns of Boston, which was funny because at that point I didn't live in Boston. But anyway, I'm just trying to prove my bona fides for this being a cover song because it's The Great Unknowns of Boston. I live in Nashville. But I did also recently re-record this song for an album that I recorded in January that is finally all done. It's all through all the factory processes and hopefully will be out later this year. So this song is called Birmingham. We burned out fast and we never looked back. But when I close my eyes, I still see you in that baseball cap in a cheap motel off the interstate. You said you were incomplete and you were gonna stay that way. Well, you got away saying something everyone wants to hear in a way that no one wants to hear it. We drove all night to Birmingham, and you said you loved me too, but that it wasn't worth a damn. Well, you got away saying something everyone wants to hear in a way that no one wants to hear it. Yeah, you got away saying something everyone wants to hear in a way that no one wants to hear it. I should have gone to Boston when you called me. I should have done 1,000 different things, but you don't make it easy anyway.
and I think of you with your blue jeans frayed. I see the girl I was and wonder where she is today. Yeah, you got a way of saying something everyone wants to hear, in a way that no one wants to hear it. Yeah, you got a way of saying something everyone wants to hear, in a way that no one wants to hear it. Thanks, y'all.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
Can you hear me like in real time? My video's a little weird.
We can hear you. Yeah, it was a little weird earlier after the intermission, but now it sounds great.
I gave like a big ringing endorsement and got jarbled.
I think they were embarrassed, and so they jarbled.
You think so?
They slowed down your bandwidth.
It happens occasionally when I try to go political and then somehow Trump intervenes.
You should try that next.
Yeah, no. I'm really trying hard to keep it clean today. I'm gonna cover a band right now, an obscure band from. Let me take this off. From the previous century, a duo that believe it or not used to travel the world by boat and play all their gigs near the harbors so that they would get off the raft that they actually built by hand and play concerts for whoever was there. It often wasn't many people, and people would pay them with whatever food they had, and sometimes they would give them work, and the two would work on their farm for a while and write more songs. And this is a duo called Son of Town Hall, and this is a song that they wrote. Apparently, they had both fallen in love with a woman named Louise, and many awkward months happened when they found out that they had loved the same woman, and it's kind of a miracle that they stayed together through it all. But I think if you listen closely to their singing, you can hear the pain in their voices come through. You can find them at sonoftownhall.com as well. This is Louise. In the early hours of morning, way before the dawn, I creak across the floorboards, I pull my sweater on. Then my boots get dark with dewdrops, and I walk across the fence line. Louise, I'm looking for a sign. Louise, I don't know if you're still mine. Yeah, it's been a lonely winter, snow up to the roof line. I've been writing you a letter, if only in my mind, to say that I am sorry. It's been like one long night. Louise, you always made it bright. Louise, let me try to make it right. Louise, I'm knocking at your door, I wanna hold you like before. Louise, I know there's more. I've been batting down the hatches, I've been harrowing the land. You know I haven't touched the bottle or raised an angry hand. I've been trying to read the Bible, but I don't know all the words. Louise, I wonder if you heard. Louise, I hope you're still my girl.
Louise, I'm knocking at your door. I wanna hold you like before. Louise, I know there's more. Louise, the sun goes down, they say, but it was me, I looked away. Louise, take me back, I swear I'll stay. Louise, I'm knocking at your door. I wanna hold you like before. Louise, I know that there's more. Louise, I know that there's more. Louise, I know that there's more.
Yeah.
Woo. I love the Son of Town
Man.
Hall songs that involve like
What's
loving
that?
someone. I love the Son of Town Hall songs that involve like domesticity, like it's such a lost cause.
For them, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
from what I've read, they often wrote about domestic issues because they so longed for a roof over their heads and just some stillness in their life, But again, my research is incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that they were an ocean away from anyone they might be at the door of.
Yeah, almost always.
With
Almost
raft
I mean, interestingly,
being
the
only form
two.
of travel.
Yeah, the two came from different lands too, so it's an appropriate theme when we're thinking about connection and the one day being able to cross borders again, hopefully with an American passport. Those two managed to do it together for years. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank God for the internet. Okay, I'm gonna do a song that I wrote over the course of many years, and I finished it on the last presidential inauguration day that we had here in America. I wrote the fourth verse and considered it done. So I'm gonna do that song. It's called "The Ends and the Means." 11th century AD, a king says, "Come to war with me, and never mind, thou shalt not kill. We're dealing now with infidels." He raises high his sword, and then he charges forth with all his men, and with the blessing of the papacy, in a righteous tongue he screams the ends. They justify the means, my friends, oh, the ends. They justify the means. And they tell him a life is nothing more than a weapon in a time of war. And this is the only way we've found to tear these mighty symbols down. And in the cockpit now he starts to steer, so all the world will clearly hear these once benign flying machines shouting out of TV screens the ends. They justify the means, my friends, oh, the ends. They justify the means. Talking heads are shouting now, working hard to break it down, 'cause reasons get a little blurred when justice is a household word. And as the station's ratings soar, night vision cameras watch the war, while far across a veil of sea we cheer the black and flashing greens, the ends. They justify the means, my friends, oh, the ends. They justify the means. The boss looks down upon it all
from his tower's windowed walls. He says, I know how to play this game, and everybody knows my name. And he preys upon the people's fears and tells them what they want to hear. And they celebrate his victory on the front of tabloid magazines. The ends, they justify the means, my friends. Oh, the ends, they justify the means. Climbed upon a mountain high and spoke to every passerby. Everyone you ever knew is really just a part of you. They see the life you choose to live, and they feel the hope you choose to give. And every word you ever say, you teach the world to live that way. And when society had had enough, they beat him down and lifted him up. They crossed his feet and raised his hands, and quietly he whispered them the means. They justify the ends, my friends. Oh, the means. They justify the ends, my friends. Oh, the means. They justify the ends.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, guys.
I think that once everyone logs out, maybe the three of us can just stay on, and you can keep singing to us, Robby.
I'd be up
We
for
should
that.
all just take requests of each other.
Yeah.
I think that's got to be one of the few songs of the last 10 years to include the word papacy.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of them, I don't think.
No, I think
You know, sometimes the rhyme drives you to find the word.
it didn't feel like that though. It felt
That's
like
the secret.
this is where someone should use the word papacy.
Papacy rhymes with he screams, sort of.
It's not even a very good rhyme, which just proves
Yeah.
it was the
It's a
right
terrible
word.
rhyme when you spell it out like
Not
that.
a good word
Yeah.
rhyme at all.
Yeah.
I think this is our last time around.
Is it?
I think.
That makes
David,
sense.
am I right?
I
Yes,
like
it
that
is,
you
guys,
assume
yeah.
that I know.
I'm like David's the boss.
I'm really on top of it over here.
He's clearly look at all those books
He's got all
behind
those
him.
books.
He's learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm borrowing this house. Yes, it is the last round, though.
Okay, thank you for your
I guess
great
I didn't
authority.
thank anyone. That's okay.
That's okay. It's implied.
Yes.
I was gonna play a song that I thought might be a bit of a anthem for troubled times, even though I didn't mean it that way when I wrote it. This again is from the concept album I did with contributor vendors. Only I was interviewing one who had grown up in coal mining country in the U.S. and kind of bounced around the country before he found his community in Nashville. And so I wrote this. I don't write that many uplifting songs, but these contributor vendors were so. They're entrepreneurs, so they're all very hopeful and forward-thinking. This is a bit of an anthem for all of us being in it together, which certainly has been the case for the last 4 months or 5 months or 20 years, however long it's been since we've been able to leave our houses. It's called We're All We Got. Back home, they pass Christmas Day by killing something wild and mark the years by where they strip the soil away. Mama wouldn't let Daddy use the good towels on account of that black dust in West Virginia clay. Well, we're all we got, just a bunch of half-empties, a couple last shots. We're all we got, a pile of forgotten forget-me-nots. Ain't nobody gotta tell us, baby. We know we're in a real tight spot. We're all we got.
cigarettes and nicotine. My bones are tired, but my heart's an unpinned hand grenade. The Cumberland River's holding all the stars tonight. And up ahead there's a point in the road where my luck's gotta change. Well, we're all we got, just a bunch of half empties, a couple last shots. We're all we got, a pile of forgotten forget-me-nots. Ain't nobody gotta tell us, baby, we know we're in a real tight spot. We're all we got. Only the one-offs, only the dislodged, only the never fit-ins, only the loose change, only the called names, only the might-have-beens know the way I feel tonight. We're all we got, just a bunch of half-empties, couple last shots. We're all we got, a pile of forgotten forget-me-nots. Ain't nobody gotta tell us, baby, we know we're in a real tight spot. We're all we got, we're all we got, we're all we got. Thanks.
That's a good one,
Thank
Becky.
you.
Becky's melody skills are on point.
Oh, thanks, Robby.
Wow. Well, this is the end of the round. This is the end of the show, and just another big shout out to the Green Note for everything they do and for setting this up. And thank you, Riza and Imi. I hope that if you could, you contributed, or if you can, you will. Yeah, I don't know. I'm playing another show on August 21st. I don't know, when are you guys playing next? Do you have anything else in the books, guys?
I'm doing a Bands in Town thing at the end of the month, but I don't remember the date. Maybe the 29th or something. If you guys need more show to watch after this, you're so inspired. My roommates are in a band called Oliver the Crow. They're playing on the Bands in Town series at 5 today. Or that's whatever that is for you guys.
That's 11 in
I don't
the
know.
UK.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll pitch somebody else because I don't remember when my show is.
It's good.
Yeah. Thanks, Nick, too. They're very patient with us.
Yeah, he's doing our sound and helping us
Yeah.
all sound the same volume. And yeah, not an easy gig.
No. Especially with us.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we're
we don't know
terrible
what the
to
hell we're
work
doing.
with. That's why we have to work with each other. No one else will have us.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna close the. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I probably could have just left it hidden back there behind my hair. By the way, I bought a new. Talk about self-care, Robby. I've recently purchased some mustache pomade, and before the show, I had done what I thought was going to be a substantial curl that would have lasted through this show, but it didn't. It didn't last, and so I was going to plug the company, but I'm no longer going to. I'll just say that I tried. I'm going to end with another song from my record, Cardboard Boat, that also I think is somewhat uplifting, and it's a song of reunion and reconciliation, and a song of coming back together. And so it's my hope that the next time you get to see us, we will be in person, sharing a stage together with you guys actually in the audience, and maybe we can sing together and we can hear your voices and see your faces, because although this is nice, it's not nearly enough, and I can't wait to be able to get back over to England and sing in person for you all. So this is called To the Sea, and once again, thank you, Green Note and Robby and Becky. It's been really nice spending a little bit of time with you guys again. Father, 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 I am coming home.
Open up the gates, please let me in. Everybody needs a way to start again. Oh, I've been on a road, not always kind. Yes, it's been a long, hard climb. So Father, 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 lay your hand in mine. Oh, sometimes all we carry holds us down, but letting go is hard, I've found. So let me be like the leaves on the trees. They come back in the spring, go to green. Oh, let me be like a stream full of rain. It comes back eventually to the sea. It comes back eventually to the sea. Tell me, will we ever reach the promised land? There's nothing we can do to change the past. Will we ever get to say we're free at last? Oh, don't you know the war's over and done? I'm pretty sure more lost than won. So let me be like the leaves on the trees. They come back in the spring, gold to green. Or let me be like the stream full of rain. It comes back eventually to the sea. It comes back eventually to the sea. So Father, 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 I am coming home. Oh, everybody needs a place to lean. Yeah, you and me both, it seems. So let me be like the leaves on the trees. They come back in the spring, gold to green. Or let me be like the stream full of rain. It comes back eventually to the sea. Oh, I have found my way back to you. Please find your way back to me. Oh, I have found my way back to you. Please find your way back to me. Please find your way back to me. Please find your way back to me. Cause Father, 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 I am home.
Woo! Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
I was singing along with you,
I
David.
was jamming on my guitar. I think I might have
I love
gotten
that
unmuted
one.
before I was ready. That was so fun.
That was fantastic, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you
Nick.
so much.
Thanks.
As I said, it's like songwriting of the first order, absolutely beautiful, absolutely really it's proper, just really great crafting songs, I think. Just wonderful to listen to. Just I tend to have a wonderful job. I just get to sit here a couple of evenings a week and listen to great music making, which is always a joy. Thank you so much. A big shout out to everybody who's still watching, listening in. What we're going to do now, although they've been really unmusician-like and been really good at talking about all the things that they're doing and all the albums they've got. Normally, say people forget to bring their records along and all that sort of thing. But they've been doing a sterling job this evening. But we will just have a quick reiteration. So obviously we've got 2 new albums from Robby and David, and Becky's got one in the can ready to go. So we know all about that. You'll find, if you look everybody up on Spotify, if you follow the websites that we're posting up, you'll find all the details about those sorts of things. But you've all been alluding to sort of other streaming things and stuff. So what have you got going on? Got more streams coming up, and Patreon maybe, or something? Is that a possible thing that one of you mentioned? I can't remember. But we'll just have a quick go round and you can tell us what you're up to over the next few weeks. So let's start with you, Robby. What have you got going on?
I don't know. I hang on. Let me just look at my calendar real quickly here. I have a live stream sometime. The 31st, August 31st, I have a 2 p.m. Bands in Town online show.
Oh, that's good, because that's 8 p.m. UK.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's great for you guys. Not you guys, but the people. I don't know. What are the people at home? Could be anywhere. You guys could be anywhere. That is my stream that I have coming up. I don't know anything else to promote at this time. You should listen closely to David and Becky's things and ignore me.
I'm working on getting this new album out. I'll make some news here and say that it's called The Sixth Season. This is the first time I've announced the title, and I'm hoping it'll be out either end of October or beginning of November, or I might just, in a fit of pique, post it online one day and just say, here it is. I haven't decided. But anyway, I would love if you would follow me in all the places so that I can tell you when I do know.
Cool. And is that a concept album as well?
It is not strictly a concept album, but a lot of it is about a sort of battle I went through for the last year and a half with treatment-resistant depression. So, but like in a fun rock and roll way, I hope.
Okay. Should look forward to that. David, what about yourself?
An uplifting record about depression.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like my other uplifting records about homelessness and the Iraq War. Yeah.
That's true. You pull it off, though. I am playing at the Swallow Hill Club in Denver, Colorado, but of course it'll be like with this exact same background a week from Friday. That's August 21st at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, not a very popular time zone globally. I think that translates to, it's like 7 hours later if you're in England. So that's 1 a.m., which is great. Perfect time for you.
Great time to listen to
watch
stuff.
an online show. And yeah, I think that's the only show I have right now. And then my record just came out last week, and the links are on my website. Or I think all of us are really fond of this Bandcamp site because we get more of a share of the money. So if you pop over there, that would be the best way to buy it. And otherwise, stream it and steal it, and then save your money and give it to the Green Note.
Cool. No, Bandcamp's great. They're still doing the Waive the Fees Friday, aren't they? As I remember. So yeah. So not only do the artists get a proper amount of money for the record, they also waive the commission for anything bought on a Friday. So if
It's
you
the first Friday of any month.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. So if you're hunting records down and you want somewhere to buy them, do head over to Bandcamp because it's brilliant if you haven't come across it before. Excellent. Thank you so much again. So we're sort of pretty much towards the end, as was mentioned earlier, and David was so kindly sort of telling us. We are doing we aren't selling tickets, so everything is on donation. So if you're willing, if you're able, we would, any small amount is greatly received. And obviously we have the crowdfunder for the 3D venue going as well. So yeah, again, if you're willing, if you're able, it would be really amazing if you could, especially because it, as Imi explained, because we're going through there's this big funding application going through. We're trying to get whatever of the pot of 1.5 billion it is that's floating around, but there's most of it's going to be going to the Opera House and things like that. So it's going to be a quite hard fight to get our little chunk of it. So if you can help in any way, it's all grist to the mill of the application. Finally, as Risa said, we're here every Wednesday and every Friday. Fridays is a stonker. We have an artist that would, in the nicest possible way to Robby, Becky and David, an artist that would probably never play the Green Note because she's would play Royal Festival Hall and places like that. So we have Beth Nielsen Chapman with us. So I'm sure many Green Note regulars will know exactly who that is and what a wonderful artist she is, and supporter of other artists. Actually, she used to do an open mic type session at her house introducing sort of the young singer-songwriters. Really, yeah, just a wonderful person and a wonderful musician. With her is Robert Vincent, I think, who's from the UK, who's played the Green Note many times and wonderful songwriter, and Leslie Satcher, who I didn't know, but has Beth introduced her to us from the sound check. She's absolutely stonking, so you shouldn't miss that one. You shouldn't miss any of them. Just be here Wednesday and Friday at 8 p.m. It doesn't matter whether it's sunny and the pubs are open, sort of get inside. Right then, that I believe are all the messages. So all we have to say now is thank you so much to Robby, Becky and David, and thank you so much to all of you who've tuned in, and just to say goodbye everybody. See you Friday.
Bye, thanks.